All right, the content don't matter. So here's a video of me getting washed by Happy Chaos, but we got to talk about it. NYC FURBY, Arturo, Sanchez. We got to talk about this topic, man. If you don't know, I'm Nappy. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all see the Twitch. Go ahead and sub to the Twitch if y'all want to. But this topic, it's an important one. It's really an important one. I think a lot of content creators in the FGC need to talk about it because it's something that does need to be talked about. So yeah, let's talk. So I could come in with all the jokes. I could come in with the $480 Hertz Arturo. I can come in with all those jokes. You know what I'm saying? Back tax Arturo. I ain't gonna lie, that one was funny. But it's not needed. The FGC is already on this man's head, and I think we need to have a civil conversation on how this affects us in the long run, because it does have an effect. It will have an effect, as any drama in the FGC has an effect. But let's just go back down the timeline. So yesterday, Art went headstream. I know he was talking to Rob, and Rob would ask some questions, and this man, all you had to do was just say a statement as simple as, you know, I put the money in my name, Maturino has to pay it out, I'm going to pay the players back, call it a day. Let's be realistic here. I want to make a point early. I want to get this set in stone early. If Arturo would have said that off the rip, I guarantee you, and then just disappeared and not said nothing, I guarantee you this man would still be in the FGC right now. I guarantee you, because that man already put in work in the FGC for 15 plus years. Does that mean something to me? No. But because he put in the work, that means he has a lot more credibility, so a lot more people would have took in his side. But what Arturo did, because we got the vibe, I can put clips in here. What Arturo did is, instead of him just making a statement and then just ending the stream and then just disappearing, not answering no questions, not doing none of that, Arturo decided to talk. And my mom always told me something: the more you talk, the more people are gonna pry. And the more he talked, the more and more his story just started to crash and burn. So this led to later, Bum, who he stated he wasn't even supposed to do a stream, did a stream, and it goes to show that the rabbit hole is far deeper than what we thought, folks. This man been stealing money for 4 years, and that's just 4 years that we have of note. This doesn't go back his 15 plus years of TOing and competing to know how much money he has stolen. Now, here's where we get to where I feel we need to have a discussion, right? Arturo he's basically exiled. It's wraps on that. That man is out the FGC. You just let your OG status go. You are now revoked. You get whatever is coming to you. Ha ha ha, whatever y'all want to say, right? But this impacts a lot of different things, right? First and foremost, this impacts the NYC scene like crazy. A lot of people, if you go back and watch Bum stream, even when they were seeing the evidence before them, Cero Blast is a prime example of this. Cero Blast was still not believing it. A lot of people weren't believing it. Now, I do hate, and I will stand on this, I will always stand on this, I hate people that y'all run on the back end to say some stuff when you notice something that's happening well beforehand. If it happens to you in the moment, say it. FGC, we have to start doing that. If something happens in the moment, do not wait until people are mad at that person and then y'all want to start coming, oh, me too. No, say it right then and there. And the reason why I'm saying that is, if we nip this shit in the bud now, it won't happen again. But now we have a situation where even after all the evidence that has been provided, there are going to still be people that are like, no, we still support Arturo. And that's messed up to the people who got their money stolen. Now, to those that will say, hey, it's minuscule money, it's like $20, $10 here, $5 there, $30 here, $60 there. Let me explain something to you. As a competitor, as somebody that actually competes in fighting games, I know my video look trash. Somebody that actually competes in fighting games, any little matters. I don't care if I'm going for first place for $2. I want them last $2. I don't care what nobody says. I got one for the bus fare and one for the jukebox. If you know the song, you know. I want my last $2. I'm not sitting here playing for you to take my money off the top or take my earnings. I don't care. I'm not. That's not what I'm playing for, right? And to address, I want to address that point too. There was points that Bum was saying that he was saying that he took 10% off the top. That's his cut. Let me just show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all. This is randomly generated numbers, right? We're gonna use $125 for an example of 10% off the top, right? Let's just say Maturino, right? Let's just say Maturino for Guilty Gear. Let's say Guilty Gear Strive makes $125 every time Maturino is up. It can make more, it can make less, but around average is around $125, right? So we take 10% of that off the top. 10% of that is $12.50, right? Then we multiply that by 52, because if we're doing the tournament every Thursday, there's 52 Thursdays in a year, right? Bar 2, but we'll just throw those two in there. It's 54 Thursdays in a year. So 12.5 times 52 is $650. That's already a lot of money right there that you just took. But now we know he's been doing it for at least 4 years. 4 times 650 is $2,600. This man is taking $2,600 out of people's pocket, and that's just for one game. He was taking it out of multiple pots. So if we start equating the multiple games that he did it for, and obviously I used a high number, Maturino isn't always going to be that high. There's always higher days, lower days, whatever. Think about when Strive, and I would hate to go back and see that. Think about when Strive had that huge Maturino payout. It was like 1K, 2K. What if he did take 10% off the top, right? That's a lot of money he just took out of somebody's pocket. And people ain't peeping that, right? But I digress. It's gonna hurt the NYC tournament scene a lot because they just lost one of their OGs. They just lost one of their big dogs. That's hurtful. One of the best Dial Sim players in the United States, probably in the world. This man was one of the best, and he was older, but he was still doing his thing. But we also got another caveat that people may not be paying attention to. This also affects the Grand FGC in terms of people trusting TOs and other people when it comes to managing money in tournaments. Now, I know a lot of you are probably going to say, you know, this should only affect him, but that's not how the FGC works. Anytime any news, especially something of embezzlement, is shown to happen, it's going to take an effect on the Grand FGC. Because again, we have casuals. We have people that are coming up that are still looking at us who may not play the games, but they do support the channels. So what happens is when people see a situation like this, they might be looking at it and saying, I wonder if my scene does dumb stuff like this. I don't think I want to participate or waste my time going into these scenes. If, you know, you got this dude doing it here, who's to say somebody else isn't doing something? Because Bum brought that up too. And I agree. I don't think he's the only one that was in on the fix. I don't. I really think there may have been a couple more people. It might have been some people in Maturino, because here's something, right? I work at a job where financially we have to take account of every single piece of a bill, of rent, or whatever we get. I have to make sure that it is accounted for. It has to be dated. We have to know, right? Because if somebody comes and do an audit and we're missing a day, they're not just gonna check for that 1 month. They're gonna check through years of auditing to make sure that the data is correct. And for Maturino, and this, I'm not saying Maturino is wrong. What I'm saying is somebody had to cover something up, because if he was able to do that without anyone auditing the tournaments, at least on a quarterly level, That's a problem. He got away with it for 4 years. So that means they weren't having an annual audit of who was getting what earnings at any point in time. They weren't paying attention to a payout. And as far as I know, an organization is going to brag about their payouts. They're going to look at the payouts and say, we paid XYZ player out, we paid this amount of players out, and I'm pretty sure during the audit they will see, okay, why is this man being the main one getting this money? First, second, and third, not just first or second or third. He's getting first, second, and third. Literally. So real quick in post editing, so they do audits, like I said, because this is showing that they do audit and see that they collect the total funds, the average fund raised, etc., etc. So I'm pretty sure what ended up happening was they probably did start seeing inconsistencies as they were doing the yearly audit. This probably maybe something new because Maturino has been getting bigger over the last 2 years. It's been out, but it's been getting bigger as of lately. So I'm assuming, this is just assumption, that they did a big audit for this specific thing to announce these players and show that they were getting their earnings, and they probably noticed something, and that's when they went ahead and called out, you know, NYC FURBY. That's just my assumption. I just want to put that out to clarify this one point because I'm pretty sure somebody's going to talk about it in the comments. So yeah, that's a huge problem. So me looking from the outside in, that may turn a lot of people off because they're gonna feel like they're wasting their time. They're not gonna get paid. They're not gonna get their just due. And think about the players that, yeah, it might have been little minuscule amounts of money, but you don't know what that little bit of money means to somebody. $15 to me, if I win a tournament right now, in my situation with the things that's been going on with me for the past 3 things, means the world right now. So I will feel some type of way if I did all this work and I don't get my Maturino. I will feel some type of way. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But Art, man, I ain't gonna lie, dog. You disappointed us. That hurt. I don't even know you personally, bro. I'm from the Detroit scene. My OGs, like the people I consider OGs here, they know you. They're pissed off. That shit hurts, bro. Because, again, you are a face of the FGC. You were the leading movement of PC in terms of FGC optimization. That was you. That was you. Now, did you kind of create elitist view of console? People that play on console? Yeah, you did, yeah. But you still were a pillar of telling players to optimize their setup so that way they can get the best rate of training, the best rate of play. That was all you. So for that to happen, that hurts, but that doesn't mean we lose faces. I think with this happening, Bum really showed himself. He was already an up and coming TO, somebody that is really doing something for the community. But after this, I think Bum may be a household name, period. Like, he might be one of the top TOs, period, now, especially after this situation, because he didn't have to do what he did and he did it anyway, and it showed that he is truly looking out for the community. I love to see that, man. I love to see that. So for the next couple of days, we'll see. We'll definitely see what happens. We'll come from this, but that's the end of my video. It's just been on my mind. I know this wasn't really super subject heavy, but it's been on my mind. I wanted to talk about it, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you guys for the love and support on the last video, man. 500. Let's see if we can get it to a band. Let's see if we can get it there, man. But love you guys. Thank you for the support, and I'm out.